Alright, what's up YouTube? It's been a minute. I wanted to make a super fast video on what I've just been doing the last 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, or actually about 3 weeks ago now, I had a fight. I had to weigh 185 for the fight. So to give you a little bit of context before that, I walk around at about 190, 195. When I was weightlifting, my competitive weight class was at 200 or 89 kilos, which is like 196, so about 200. But then when I was fighting, I cut down to 185. And that was 3 weeks ago. And now I'm up at my all-time peak, pretty much. I'm around 202. And I just want to talk about how did I bulk up in such a short amount of time this time. So I've been a lifelong skinny person, ectomorph or whatever it's called. And it's been really tough for me to put on weight. But I think I finally cracked the code, because not only did I put on 20 pounds in the last 3 weeks, I also added weight to my lifts. I hit all-time record on my squat. I'll add some videos so that you can see, but all-time records on my squat, all-time record on my bench, all-time record on shoulder press. Deadlift has been lagging a bit, but I'm sure I'll add some weight to that soon. Okay, but the main thing that I want to talk about is how did I do it? So the first point that I want to talk about is that I ate more, obviously. Eating more is not just shoveling your face full of all sorts of crap. It's about being consistent and pushing yourself, like actually eating PRs. The easiest way to do that is to meal prep. And that's the first thing I want to talk about. Now, before we get in depth on what to eat and how to eat a lot, I need to talk about protein. So for what I did is that I would have about 200 grams of protein per day, every single day, these last 2.5 weeks. I fought on October 13th. Today is November 2nd. You'll probably see this a little bit later. Super important. The only thing I'm tracking is how much protein I'm getting. I'm making sure I'm getting at least 200 grams of protein because my target weight is 200 pounds. And I want to make sure that I get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Now, there's studies that say you don't need to do that much, and there's studies that say you could do more. I like to lean on staying on it or doing a little bit more. I'd like to err on having too much protein, because worst case scenario, you just poop it out. It's not a big deal. And protein is pretty, once you understand how you can get a lot of protein in, it's not as hard as you think. You can eat meat, protein powder, oats, milk. We'll talk about it. Okay, but the first protocol is eating more, and that includes 200 grams of protein every single day. Non-negotiable. Then we talk about meal prep. Meal prep, I cooked 10 pounds of ground beef in one sitting. I just made a big pot of chili. I also made a Thanksgiving dinner because this was right around Canadian Thanksgiving. So I made a turkey, I made stuffing, mashed potatoes, and then I made a turkey stew, and I had all this leftover food, and most of it was for me. And obviously I share with my family for some of it, but you know, I just cooked all this food, and then I could eat it for a long period of time without having to make more food. And I already know that I have food, you know, at home that I can just go back and eat without having to cook, you know, a lot of food every single day. You can save time, and then you're also well prepared to eat a lot of food. Now you might be saying that you don't cook. Well, I don't cook either. You ever been on TikTok or YouTube Shorts? I watched like 8 minutes of videos in total, and I made, you know, the turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, gravy. That's how I learned how to make chili and how I learned how to make anything, right? It's so simple these days. You can go on there. There's a million creators that'll show you how to make food, and then you just 5 times the recipe. Go on a Sunday, pick up everything you need, and cook it. Listen, if you're a 16-year-old dude that is skinny and you can't put on weight, and you think it's because your mom's not making you enough food, well, you have access to the kitchen. I'm sure she'd be happy to let you cook as long as you clean up after yourself. Go to the store, get what you need, make a big pot of chili. It's like ground beef, cans of tomatoes, chili powder, salt and pepper. That's like the bare minimum, and that'll work. Put it on rice, you got food for a week. All right, get some Tupperware, put it away, and you'll be good to go. Next point is protein shakes. Okay, so protein shakes are huge. Milk, protein powder, that's all you need. Minimum 1 per day. You have 2 cups of milk, 1 scoop of protein powder, a scoop of creatine. We're gonna talk about creatine a little bit later, but creatine was super important. And that's an easy way to get like 40, 50 grams of protein right there. You can have it minimum 1 time a day, but if you're really skinny and you're trying to get to a new weight, then have 2. The last part about eating more is that it is a skill. So you have to push yourself, you have to eat till discomfort. You have to eat big to get big, and that's totally true, and it's a skill that you can get better at. All right, so we got eating more, calories, whatever. Next big thing is you need to lift more intensely. All right, so right now I am only working out 3 times a week, but every single workout is almost 2 hours long. I'm pushing new records. I'm either going in for a new rep PR or a new weight PR. Okay, so, and I'm focusing on 4 major compound lifts: shoulder press, bench press, back squat, deadlift. Each workout I do 2 out of the 4. I split 2 different workouts. I'll have my workout split written out. I'm also going to show you a picture of my workout log so you can see the progress that I've made over the last 2-3 weeks. Really, you see all of October. You'll see my numbers there. I mean, obviously it's not definitive time-stamped proof, but that's what I was using. I didn't intend to make this video. It's just that I've had some amazing results over these 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, that I wanted to share with you guys. I think this could help somebody. And one other disclaimer about how I gained so much weight. It's not only because I ate so much, but it's also because I was heavy, I cut down, and now I'm getting heavy again. Okay, so if you've never made it to 200 pounds and you want to go from 185 to 200 or 205, it's a lot harder than for me, who I was 205, went down to 185, and now I'm coming back up. All right, so if you're getting to a new weight for the first time, you have to eat more. But once you've done it once, it's easy to get back. So if you cut for the summer, you want to look good, that's no problem. You'll easily get back to that old peak weight, and then you can start to chip away at higher numbers. So with the lifting, I'm going for record every single time. I'm focusing, so first workout, I have 2 workouts. First workout, I'm doing back squat. I'm going for a new record on 5 reps or 3 reps, and that could mean 1, 2, or maybe 3 top sets max. That'll still take me 20-30 minutes, and then I'll go into shoulder press. I go for 3 top sets, reverse pyramid style, and I'm pushing new weight, new reps every single time. So that's the main part of my workout, and then after that I'll do some accessories. On that day I'll do shoulder accessories and then some arms, just whatever is fun for me. And then the next workout, which will be 2-3 days later, I'm doing bench press and I'm doing deadlift. Same idea. Both ones, I'm going for a heavy top set, maybe a couple of drop sets, and then I'm moving on. And then after bench and deadlift, I'm doing weighted dips. So in my room here, where are they? The rings are on the side. Actually, you might not be able to see that, but there's rings there, and I will have a weight vest, and I'll use that to add weight to my dips. You'll see a video here of me doing a recent one. I think that is 100 pounds. Okay, so the main thing with lifting more intensely is simplify your exercises, go for new records, and honestly, that top set should scare you a little bit. Okay, so if you're not going into that top set, like, I don't know, there's at least a 50% chance I'm not gonna hit my last rep. That's where you need to be. And obviously, you know, be safe, have a spotter, or know what to do if you're gonna miss. Like, I miss squats all the time. Just make sure you know what to do. Okay, next point, more rest. All right, so no cardio, you can walk, no running. I even stopped doing kickboxing, and I was fighting kickboxing, but I'm taking a little bit of a break. So no cardio at all. More sleep, you need to sleep 9 to 10 hours, okay? You're probably getting 6 to 8 or less. That's not enough, especially if you want to bulk. All right, so resting more. I'm only working out 3 times a week, and then I'm resting the rest of the time. Gives you time to do other things. All right, so be productive. Don't just sit there and go on TikTok. I mean, go on TikTok a little bit so you can see some recipes, but otherwise, off to build your business, read a book, do schoolwork, whatever, something productive. And you'll also find that with the extra rest, you're gonna be able to lift more intensely on your workout days. Like today is a workout day for me, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna lift after I film this video, and I haven't lifted for 2 days, and you know, I'm feeling well rested. I've been eating a lot. I'm excited to go and smash some bench press today. All right, last major point, supplements. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, you gotta take creatine. Creatine is huge for bulking, but you can't just take 1 scoop a day to start. So what you need to do is, it's called creatine loading. I saw Jeff Nippard make a video about it. Some other guys have made a video about it, but they recommend taking like 5 scoops a day for your first 5 days to really load it up. I might be remembering that wrong, so double check me before you try that. But anyway, I tried that before. I didn't like it. I felt sick and I was just peeing it out. So what I did this time is I took 2 scoops of creatine every single day for 2 weeks and noticed massive results. And also before that, I wasn't taking any creatine for probably 3 months-ish. So I'm fully off of creatine, and then I went hard for 2 weeks, and that helped a lot. Okay, so if you're not taking creatine right now, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Get some creatine. I'll put a link in the description. This is especially good for my Canadian guys, because ordering creatine from anywhere in the States, you get hit with duty and all that crap. But yeah, Canadian protein, better shipping for us. But honestly, it doesn't matter where you get your creatine. You want creatine monohydrate, you can probably get it from your local Costco, Popeyes, whatever health store near you. They'll all have it. And then other supplements that I took, well, obviously protein powder. So protein powder and creatine are your number 1 and 2. And then I took pre-workout. I took Keno Octane. I really like Grego Gallagher's Keno Octane. It's got L-citrulline, it's got L-theanine, it's got these other little things that really promote blood flow. You know, caffeine, obviously. That's my go-to pre-workout. So I'll put a link in that. I'll put a link to that in the description as well if you want to try it out. And then on top of that, I just had regular fish oil, vitamin D, collagen, you know, the standard stuff. The only one that really matters for bulking is creatine. I haven't tried a weight gaining protein powder, but I've looked at it and I've read through the ingredients and it's nothing special. So I wouldn't worry about that. I would rather just eat more real food and then have more creatine. All right, that's it. Those are my 4 major points. So you got to eat more, obviously, and eating is a skill. So you got to push yourself. You got to lift more intensely, lift heavy, 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 heavy. Don't do more than like 5 reps on your compound lifts, and you have to do compound lifts. All right, just make sure you do it properly, make sure you do it safe, and make sure you have a spotter if you're going to max weight. More rest. So I'm only working out 3 times a week. And as that gets harder, and if I feel that I'm more fatigued, I'll probably lift even less. Okay, so the main thing is that you want to be fully rested for each workout. All right, and 3 times a week is a good start. If you're an absolute beginner, maybe you start with 4 times a week and then break it down as you get more tired. But 3 times a week is a good start for anybody anyway. Then the last point is supplements. Creatine, protein powder, pre-workout. Simple. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. Or at least I don't know about a whole lot of stuff, and this has worked for me. So I recommend that. That is how I gained 20 pounds in 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks now. I'd love to see if you guys try this. Tag me, take a picture before, take a picture after. And if you need any help with the workout program, you can send me a quick message. I'll help you out. But also, if you do this challenge, let's call it 3-week challenge, put on as much weight as you can. All right, so that means every day you're eating as much as possible, and that also means you're preparing. So you have meal prep plan going into these 3 weeks. You have lots of milk at home, lots of protein powder. You have your creatine ready to go, 2 scoops a day for the first 2 weeks, and then the next time after you just go 1 scoop a day. What else did we say? Resting. So you're only working out 3 times a week, so you only have to plan 9 workouts. I just alternate 2 workouts, so do whatever you like. But as long as you're adding the 4 major lifts of shoulder press, bench press, squat, and deadlift. Yeah, take a picture before, record your numbers before, eat as much as you can. Oh, weigh in before, obviously. And then at the end of the 3 weeks, tag me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram handle below, but it's Stephen L. Smith with 2 H's at the end. And if you have some sort of transformation, maybe you gain 5 pounds from what I just said in 3 weeks. 5 pounds in 3 weeks is no joke. Okay, that's a real transformation. Tag me, send it to me. I'll give you a free month of online personal training, and I'll help you build a personalized meal plan. I've been a personal trainer for a long time, and I just want to help out anybody that tries my stuff. Now, I'm only going to give it to the first 10 people, but you can see my channel is not very big, so if you made it this far and you actually tried it, and you send it to me, there's a pretty high chance, unless I've blown up since then, that I'll be able to help you out one-on-one. Okay? All right, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. Try that out and tag me below. Like and subscribe, all the other stuff. Follow me, and eat a lot. See ya.